All right, so as some of you have been playing guitar for a little bit now, or even for a while, and just looking to, touch up some skills and techniques or whatever, you've probably come across or seen somebody playing with a capo. Now, capos are really cool for a number of reasons. One, it's like a movable bar chord, right? So the people that are having a hard time playing bar chords and stuff like that, a lot of times people will use a capo as a way to make it easier. Now, that's one cool thing that they do. Another one is you can play the same open chord positions, but up with its, as you move it up, it gets higher and higher sounding. So if you notice, this is just D, C, G, but now we're in a different key, and don't worry about what key it is or whatever, but you notice the pitch gets higher. So you can take the same typical strum progression and just put a capo on there, move it up, to the 5th fret or all over, wherever you want. Play it like this was down here, same chords, same everything, but suddenly it sounds totally unique and different and cool. Very, very awesome, useful tool, and you will definitely run across, when you start learning songs and stuff from other people, tons of people use capos. You'll find them all over the place in pop music, country music, everywhere. At some point in time, you're gonna run into the capo. So, very fun. You can get them anywhere. Any music store will have them. Highly recommend you get one. They're awesome. So let's do some stuff with the capo. All right, so if you noticed, we're doing the same chords, the same variations that we've done in previous modules, right? But as we get higher and higher with the capo up the neck, the little embellishments we do on the chords, they start to become more pronounced, right? So you can really hear them. And it's very cool because not only do you have a different sounding chord, but now you can really hear those notes, so you can actually start messing around with adding melodies over the chord you're playing, right? Different notes, right? All that kind of stuff. So let's go over some variations. I'm just going over a basic strum pattern. And then I'm basically just going down, up, right? Nothing fancy, but it's very cool because now you really hear those differences in the melody over the chords you're playing. And it's really simple. So I'm doing the same thing we've done before, where I add my pinky right there, take it off to a regular D-shaped chord, and then take it off again, and then back. We got the same thing we can do, same pattern. We can go with the C chord like this. You can do the C chord like this. Add that cool little note in there. So what I'm doing there is I'm basically holding that C shape or that C add 9 shape, and I'm bringing my first finger down almost so it's like you got a D chord on the bottom. And you can do the same thing with the G, and then straight back into D. Again, it's that really basic strum pattern, basically just going down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, but really moving around the notes within the chords. Now, when you get to the C chord, you can do the C chord like a traditional C. Add that note down on the bottom, which would be, if this was assuming this was the open, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 frets, it would be the 3rd fret, high E string. You can go the B string. That starts to add a little more of a definite sound to it, right? That's a type of variance you can use on a C chord. You can take off that first finger. Same with G, right? You can do, it's a little bit easier to do fingers 1 and 2. right? So in that instance, I just have the one finger up on the 3rd fret and then the one finger down on the 2nd fret. And then now I'm coming in onto the B string, 3rd fret. So it's a really great way for people to write really creative sounding melodies and chord progressions at a beginner level, right? You don't have to be some extraordinary guitar player to really start getting creative and have fun in your songwriting. Also, if you're learning how to play guitar to be a singer-songwriter person, people have different voice ranges. So sometimes people will use capo so they can use open position chords, but actually be in their vocal register where they can sing better. So try that too. If you're learning how to sing and play at the same time, move around the capo and see if it going up higher or whatever helps you to sing easier. So those are all different things we can do with the capo. I suggest just messing around with that D, C, G, and get that feel of just moving around those notes, all the different options you can come up with. Just hang on one chord. Switch to a C. Back to that G. Let's give it a shot.